Please like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and please press the bell icon so that you get to know when my latest video has come. And to learn more and to find a video relevant to you, please do check out my videos list.
Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. Earlier we talked about how natural benefics can sometimes become functional malefics by virtue of their rulership of the dusthanas, the 6th, 8th or the 12th houses, if these houses are ruled by any of the Mool Trikona signs. Today we will talk about how natural malefics can become functional benefics for certain ascendants. Now, a simple rule for any natural malefic to become a functional benefic is if they rule any of the trine houses for any ascendant. Now, the trine houses are three: the Lagna, which is the first house, then the 5th house and the 9th house. However, the Lagna Lord or the Lagna, the Lord of the Lagna is always seen as a functional benefic as well as a natural benefic for that particular ascendant. So that is taken beside the point. So here 5th and the 9th house lords, they are natural, they are functional benefics for a ascendant even if they are natural malefic planets. For example, for both Taurus as well as for Libra signs, Saturn becomes a functional benefic in spite of being a natural malefic. The reason being is Saturn for a Taurus ascendant native rules the 9th house and the 10th house, whereas for a Libra ascendant native, Saturn rules the 4th house and the 5th house. So for Libra ascendant natives, it rules a Kendra house and a trine house, and for a Taurus ascendant native also it rules a trine house and a Kendra house. And so Saturn becomes a strong functional benefic for a Taurus and a Libra ascendant native in spite of it being a natural malefic. Similarly, Sun, which is a natural malefic, becomes a functional benefic for both Aries sign as well as Sagittarius sign ascendants because of its rulership of the 5th house for an Aries ascendant native and the 9th house for a Sagittarius ascendant native. So for both these ascendants, Sun becomes a strong functional benefic in spite of being a natural malefic. Then for Cancer sign, Mars, which rules the 5th house and the 10th house, become the strong functional benefic in spite of being a natural malefic by virtue of ruling the trine house and the Kendra house. On the other hand, for a Leo ascendant native, Mars also becomes a functional benefic in spite of being a natural malefic because of its ruling the 4th house and the 5th house for Leo ascendant native. You will also see that a planet which is a natural malefic but becomes a functional benefic is usually also where the ascendant lord is also friendly to the malefic planets. However, now there is a condition that the trine house ruler, the Trikona house ruler or the trine house ruler should not rule any of the dusthanas, especially through its Mool Trikona sign. For example, for a Virgo ascendant native, Saturn rules both the 5th house and the 6th house. So Saturn does rule a trine house. However, its Mool Trikona sign Aquarius rules the 6th house, which is the strong dusthana, and hence, so for a Virgo ascendant native, Saturn becomes a functional malefic in spite of ruling one of the trine houses. So these are rules which are important, that the planet which rules two signs in the horoscope or for a certain ascendant, if it rules a trine house but if it also rules a dusthana, especially the dusthana through a Mool Trikona sign, then it cannot become a functional benefic as we saw in the case of Virgo ascendant. Now certain rules also say that a planet can become a neutral planet in spite of being a natural benefic. It can still become a neutral to a certain ascendant by virtue of ruling certain houses in the horoscope. For example, for an Aries ascendant native, Saturn rules a Kendra house and an Upachaya house, which means the 10th house and the 11th house. So here Saturn rules a Kendra house and it does not rule any dusthana. Its Mool Trikona sign in fact rules the 11th house. So here many times Saturn can be taken or is taken as a neutral planet for an Aries ascendant native. However, what I have seen is generally planets do not completely become neutral in any situation. They tend to lean towards one side or the other even if they are seemingly neutral. where they rule a Kendra house in spite of being a natural malefic. They rule a Kendra house and they rule any other house, but don't rule the Dusthana. Then generally they are said to be, especially if they are friendly to the ascendant, then they are said to be that they are either benefic or they can be neutral, but they cannot be functional malefics. But what I have seen is that even for an Aries ascendant native, where Saturn rules the Kendra house and its Mood Trigona sign is the 11th house, yet if Saturn gets combusted or Saturn gets debilitated for an Aries ascendant native, especially in the Lagna itself, then it can throw a lot of challenges in spite of it being seemingly neutral. So care has to be taken that a planet which is a natural malefic but seems to be a functional benefic for a certain ascendant, that planet should be in good dignity also and should not be combusted or should not be in a bad yoga. The issue is less for natural benefics when they become functional malefic, but the issue is larger when natural malefics become functional benefics also, because a malefic will always search for an opportunity to throw challenges, because malefics are more karmic planets. They are there to cause trouble for you so that you can pay off your karma or live off your karma, or you lean towards your karma. Benefic planets are more forgiving and they are less karmic than malefic planets, and hence the placement of malefic planets in the horoscopes are very, very important, especially if malefics go into the Kendra while seeming to be natural benefics for an ascendant. Then there is a certain cause of concern also, because while seeming to be natural benefics for a certain ascendant, yet if they go into a Kendra, they can cause trouble, they can cause mischief. And so a natural malefic which becomes a functional benefic cannot be taken lightly wherever it is placed, assuming that it will give you great results. So for example, for a Cancer ascendant native, Mars seems to be a very strong yoga karaka, because it rules a trine house as well as a Kendra house, a 5th house and the 10th house. And if Mars goes into any of the Kendra houses, then it can give trouble. For example, for a Cancer ascendant native, Mars goes into the ascendant itself. So here Mars in the ascendant is in a debilitated state. So here, by virtue of getting into a debilitated state in the Lagna itself, which is the Kendra house, in spite of being a functional benefic for Cancer ascendant, yet it can cause a lot of trouble. So care should be taken how one is assessing a functional benefic for an ascendant while the planet is a natural malefic. So any natural malefic planet, when it becomes a functional benefic, even when it does not rule through its other sign, the Dusthana, can still cause trouble, can still cause challenges. And so one has to look into the dignity of the planet, aspects on the planet, whether it is in a bad dosha or there are other challenges connected to the avastha of the planet. Now for example, for a Gemini ascendant native, Saturn rules both the 8th house and the 9th house. In fact, its 9th house is ruled by its Mool Trikona sign. However, it also rules a Dusthana, which is the 8th house. So it's a tricky placement for a Gemini ascendant native, because Saturn is friendly to the Lagna Lord Mercury, and Saturn rules a Mool Trikona sign, that too a trine house. But it also rules the 8th house. So challenges will come for a Gemini ascendant native, especially if Saturn gets into tricky placements in the horoscope. For example, if Saturn goes into the 11th house in Aries, or Saturn gets combusted, or Saturn is less in dignity, then there will be challenges abounding for a Gemini ascendant native. So whichever ascendant you are, if there is any Dusthana involvement into the placement or by virtue of yogas or doshas for a functional benefic, while it is a natural malefic, care should be taken how one assesses the placement of that planet. So look into your own ascendants and see if there is any natural malefic which is becoming a functional benefic for you, and what state it is in, what dignity it is in, what yogas or doshas it is in, what aspects it is under, and basis that look into whether it is giving you good results or auspicious results or challenges, rather than assuming that a natural malefic by virtue of it ruling a trine house and not ruling a Dusthana is a functional benefic for you. natural malefic planet does give challenges, does give issues, and so care should be taken to understand it deeply and not assuming things, because by assuming you may in fact get into greater trouble. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me at the links given below. Until some other time with some other video, this is your friend astrologer and guide Irfan signing off.